Think of me as one brain cell in the brain of society. I'm not the only one. I'm not the most important one. But please, if this one disappears, look for evidence I've left behind. Look for traces in the brain. If you can figure out what that means, find it, pass it around. Because we as a society are being lobotomized. It's not a new thing. It's been happening for a really long time. Not many of us seem to be aware of it, unfortunately. And those that become aware of it tend to end up becoming part of the lobotomy. This is why I'm trying to get a few extra things out there on the internet. These videos are not all I'm getting out there. But I'll leave it up to people to figure it out. Because I don't want to have just disappeared after a lifetime of trying to make this world better without a trace. I mean, I know there are fairy tales about a world with streets of gold and living somewhere over the rainbow and whatever else you want to throw in there. But you know what? I recognize that that's what they are, fairy tales. Is there any reality behind them? Of course there's some reality behind them. There was reality behind Alice in Wonderland too. It doesn't mean that the whole story was true. I am not good at monologues, in case anybody's failed to figure that out yet. I mean, sure, you give me a monologue to memorize and read off, that's a different story. But to just say what I want to say, I'm not good at it. I'm good at dialogue. What the heck can I say? I'm not really even good at that in some senses. I mean, most people's idea of dialogue is a little different than mine. I am used to conversations where people talk over each other and overlap the things they have to say. And, well, I shouldn't say most people because I haven't really taken count, but a lot of people are not comfortable with that mode of communication and actually consider it somewhat rude. I never meant to be rude. I really wish I knew how to get the thoughts out that I feel are so important to share. But I'm trying. And I hope that someone can read some of my facial expressions and my tone of voice and realize how important this is. And go digging around and see what else I've left behind and start to make sense of some of it. I am likely to disappear soon. Our world is being slowly lobotomized. I'm a part of a social brain. You're part of it too. But this social brain has individual humans as brain cells. Not just humans. Pets are included as well, but, you know, some limitations there. pretty obvious. But there are people who want to remain in control. And they've never really been in control. They control a lot of stuff, but they seem to think that they're our God. Don't let them win. Because they hurt all of us, including themselves. The world we live in could be so much better if we can just stop this lobotomy from happening. Don't let this brain cell disappear without a trace. Maybe if they know that people will be looking for the traces if they make me vanish, they might think twice before doing it. Because really, that's where our real strength is. In communicating with each other. In learning from each other. Not spending thousands of dollars to get an education that everybody else has. I shouldn't say everybody else, but hopefully somebody out there is going to understand what I'm trying to say. Learning from each other. Not just knowledge. Everything. Everything we can learn, everything we can teach. Find the value